Okay, folks, just going to give a rundown from last night's episode. I'm going to be honest, I felt like the writing was pretty solid for this week's episode on Gotham. You're starting to see things interlock a lot more. It's the rise of the super criminal for this season. You know, the inmates are running the asylum, and the actor who's playing Jerome, also known as Future Joker, I'm getting sort of a little fusion of Mark Hamill and Jack Nicholson. There are hints of Heath Ledger, but I like the fact that the actor is trying to do his own spin on it and not rely heavily on what many perceive as the greatest incarnation of the Joker with Heath Ledger. Now, Heath Ledger was a good Joker. I'm not going to deny that, but Cameron, I think, is the kid who plays Jerome in this. I think he's just trying to do his own thing. But the thing that separates him from Heath Ledger is that this guy is actually trying to be a little bit more whimsical and actually tells jokes. Whereas the problem I have with the Dark Knight's Joker is he didn't tell enough jokes. That's not a knock on Heath Ledger. That's just the material that he was given from the writers and Christopher Nolan specifically. I felt Ben McKenzie sold his role as per norm. I like the fact that David Mazouz is really making Bruce really a little bit more authoritative. And the way that Sean Pertwee sold his performance as Alfred this week, he understands that Bruce really, wants to get to the bottom of all these conspiracies at Wayne Enterprises, but he's trying to tell Bruce specifically, is like, look, you're still a kid playing with, very adult material, in the sense of you're dealing with things that are at an adult level of maturity and complex problems when you're only 12 years young. But, as we all know, Batman in most continuities would argue that he stopped being a kid the day his parents were taken from him, and given of what we were presented with of Bruce Wayne before his parents were murdered, there's not really a lot of pre-backstory, because we don't really, in most continuities of Batman, with the exception of the origin in Batman Begins, we were never really given a lot of what Bruce was like before that night in Crime Alley, where both his parents were gunned down in cold blood. The only thing that we were given of Bruce in Batman Begins is that he's very inquisitive, a little bit naive, but he just seemed like a regular, normal kid. And after his parents were taken from him, he's in the whole state of shock, and trying to piece things together. But you can see when he got to, Bruce's college years, I'm guessing with Bruce Wayne in his early 20s in Begins, you're starting to see there's something in his head that's forming. And you can see that this is a man on a mission. And most fans will point out that Bruce actually went insane becoming Batman, because no sane person would ever, put themselves through nightly torture just to be able to right the wrongs of what is happening in Gotham. But then again, if you had your parents taken away from you, what would you do? Like I say, this episode, it's like I've said so many times, whether it's in movies, games, or animated series, there's the rollerball effect. Once the ball gets rolling, it does not stop, and this is one of those episodes where you had to watch it from start to finish just to see where it goes from point A to point B. And Random saw this week's episode where, in particular, Alfred is talking to Lucius Fox at this bar where Alfred's being somewhat, I wouldn't say hardcore Cockney, but he's bringing out all these like little quips that mostly English people would understand, but Americans will be like, I will tuck you up like a kipper. It's like, he's like, Alfred, what the hell? But solid episode this week. Characters knocked it out of the park. I'm enjoying season 2 so far. The prediction I have, and this is one I share with Random, is that Gotham will probably, the way Gotham will end in, say, I don't know, 5 or 6 seasons time, provided it gets to that point, it will end with Ben McKenzie probably sporting either grey hair or doing the whole Mr. Fantastic piece around the side, with his glasses and the Commissioner of Gotham, and all you'll see it ending is with the silhouette of Batman running along the rooftops above him. That is how it will end. Could be wrong. For all we know, it might get cancelled at season 4, season 5, who knows. But we're on a journey with Gotham, and it has to be said with Erin Richards, here's the thing, I think she could be this series version of Harleen Quinzel, or Harley Quinn, if you will, because she's already at the crazy, not in a good way. And Theo Gallivan, he's already earning major style points for, being the token douchebag of the series. Really sad to see the new commissioner bite the dust at the end of it, because I really liked her character. She was basically a female version of Gordon. It's just no nonsense, get on with it. Take out the nonsense and whatnot. And now there's an empty commissioner's seat. Now, whether someone else is going to come in and take her place, or if Gordon will step into those shoes, I don't know. But it's good to see Harvey Bullock back, because he is the comedy relief of the series. And that's all I got to say. Until then, Gothamites, good night from the night.